Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rauha, and if you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyalty. So in today's video, I will be doing another story time. Alright, and today I'll be talking about my university stalker, or let me rephrase that, one of my university stalkers, because I had so many. But this was my first, and it was definitely one of those experiences that I would not wish on anybody. So my stalker and I were actually from the same country, and the first day we actually met at the grocery store at the place where I lived, because I used to live next to campus. So I was going to the shop, and here he was with a friend of his, and they greeted me, I greeted them back, and it's not like we didn't have an idea of who we were. We had an idea, we just never really ever spoke before that moment, or like ever had a conversation, if I can say that. But I had an idea of who they were, and they had an idea of who I am. So whilst we were talking, my stalker asked me for my number, which I gave out of respect and consideration that we are from the same country, and I did not want to be rude. All right, and that, my dear friends, was the biggest mistake I've ever done. Well, I'm exaggerating. Maybe not the biggest, but it did cost me a lot of peace of mind. Because ever since the day I gave our stalker, he's now ours because we are in this story together, our stalker my number, he has not stopped bothering me, you guys. So I was new at the varsity, and I was really just going through a lot of changes, and I wasn't really interested in, like being everywhere with everybody. I kind of just wanted to focus on my academics, but apparently my stalker did not want me to have peace of mind. So after that, he started asking me out, and he would always text me telling me how much he likes me, and how, all the lies that guys like to tell girls when they're hitting on you. And then I made it clear to him that, okay, well, Mina, I'm dating, and I'm in a relationship that is very steady at the moment, so I'm not looking for someone new, and I am actually not, available for dating at the moment because I already have someone. But our stalker was not ready to accept that I was in a relationship. In fact, let me just say, it's almost as if he didn't believe me. Like, how come? It's almost as if he didn't even believe that I could be single. And I'm like, so a fine girl like me gonna be single? No, it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen, mate. Jokes aside, you guys, but yes. Well, I told him that I was in a relationship at the moment, and I'm obviously not looking for a new partner, but our stalker was not ready to accept that. So this guy used to text me every single day, harassing me. Well, some days, you know how it is when people are kind of like, should I just say crazy? On some days, he'd be sending me like all these nice texts about how much he likes me, and how obsessed he is, and how he can't stop thinking of me, and how I'm the love of his life, and all them shenanigans, And on other days, it would be like, you're this, you're that, like all the mean stuff and all the mean stuff. And I'd be like confused. So I got fed up, and I finally blocked him. But he went and bought another SIM card and started texting me, blocked that number as well. He was texting me on Facebook, I'd block his accounts, he'd open other Facebook accounts, he'd open other numbers, and it just went on and on and on, and he just wouldn't stop. So one fine day, I am on campus. I didn't have classes that day, but I actually wanted to go use the ATM because we had an ATM on campus. And so here I am. It's about 5 p.m. The uni is almost empty at the time, but there's still some people, right? And as I'm walking, I hear someone call my name. And when I turn around, it is none other than our stalker. And when he got close to me, I could tell that, but this Buddha, he looks a bit wasted. Because like, he was like the kind of person that used to drink like almost every other day. Okay, so I wasn't like expecting any less from him. I did kind of expect him to be like intoxicated, but I was like, okay, whatever, that's not my business. And as soon as he gets close to me, I can tell that he is slightly intoxicated. And he's talking to me, and I am just looking at him and listening to everything that he's saying. And then finally, he starts being mean to me, and he's telling me that, who do you think you are? And you think I'll keep chasing a girl like you? You're not even Beyonce. And I'm like, excuse me? So the whole time he was scolding me and shouting at me, I was quiet because I was trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. I don't owe this person anything, like literally. I don't owe them anything. And so he tells me that, Mina, I'm not Beyonce. And I am like, okay, I get that I'm not Beyonce. So why are you talking to me? Why don't you go talk to Beyonce? Clearly, I am not. And then he says, I don't care. You act like you're the Beyonce of this world and whatnot and whatnot. And I'm like, yo, guys, men that are bitter are so dangerous. Like, they do not take rejection well. As soon as you like reject this kind of man, they will do everything in their power to just like ensure that they somehow hurt your feelings or somehow just do something crazy, you know. So we are there and he's still going on and he's tripping and he's shouting and I'm just quiet. And then eventually he said something really mean to me, which I'm not going to repeat on camera, but I let it go. Luckily, someone else that we know came around and he told him to back off and just leave me alone. Right now, fast forward, I had to actually go to the embassy and report this case because I was just fed up and I couldn't believe that a man couldn't take rejection well, especially a man of his age, because this guy was so much older than I was at the time. Like, I was young. This guy was like in his late 30s or something, right? He was a man. Like, I was still a young lady. Okay. So I'd go to the embassy and, you know, report the whole case, and then they helped me, and eventually I had peace on campus and we would just walk past each other without knowing each other. Now, the funny thing about this story is I once bumped into someone who told me this. Did you know that this guy is married with kids? Can you imagine? A whole tate that is married, stalking a small girl on campus, giving this girl sleepless nights because she didn't say yes to him. The whole time, the tate is married and he even has kids. But the most interesting part is that this guy did not even go tell people that he liked me. He actually went around telling people that I was so obsessed with him. I can't stop texting him. I can't leave him alone. I don't give him peace of mind. I'm always just calling his number and always texting him. Like, what's wrong with me? Can I not see that he is a married man? Guys, that's when I knew that. Do you know where the danger is? That's where the danger is, my friend. It's there where a man lies even to himself. Like, how can you be such a psycho and a pathological liar at the same time? I don't get it. I never even remotely knew that this person was married. I never once looked for him. I never once went around texting him. If anything, I was blocking him. But according to other people, I was actually the one who was chasing him and I couldn't leave him alone. Now, I don't know if the tate was just too hot for me to handle, hence I couldn't leave him alone, or what was it? Because firstly, he wasn't even close to being my type. I have a type. I actually have a type. So yeah, that was the story for today about how I was being stalked and how I had to block this person everywhere, but they just wouldn't leave me alone. But long story short, the story that was going around was actually that I was stalking him. He wasn't stalking me. I was the stalker. That's life, you guys. Sometimes people make up lies just to, you know, kind of make themselves feel better about themselves. So the moral of the story is, guys, if a woman is rejecting you, respect yourself enough to just back off. Respect yourself enough to just walk away. Don't be that guy who goes around stalking women. Don't be that guy who goes around chasing a woman who is not clearly interested in you. Because there's so many women on the globe, and like you said, we are not even Beyonce, so why bother? Why bother? Alright guys, so that is all for today. Wish you guys a lovely week, a lovely day, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends and everybody that you know. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I wish you guys a lovely day. Ciao.